We're on number 37 out of 117 scriptures in the Old Testament that everyone should know. And I want to ask you this question. If you could ask God for anything, any gift, what would you ask God for? Well, let's look at Solomon and see how Solomon is going to ask the Lord for wisdom and for an understanding heart. And why is this gift so important? Because essentially what Solomon was asking God for is wisdom and a discerning heart so that he could do God's will, not his own will. Isn't that beautiful if you think about it? So let's go to 1 Kings chapter 3, verses 5 through 15. 1 Kings chapter 3, verses 5 through 15. It's number 37 in our journey. So we're going to go to 1 Kings chapter 3, and it says, "At Gibeah, the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream by night, and God said, 'Ask what I shall give you.' And Solomon said, 'Thou hast shown great and steadfast love to thy servant, David, my father, because he walked before thee in faithfulness, in righteousness, and in an upright heart towards thee. And thou hast kept for him this great and steadfast love, and hast given him a son to sit on his throne this day. And now, O Lord, my God, thou hast made thy servant king in place of David my father, although I am but a little child. I do not know how to go out or come in, and thy servant is in the midst of thy people, whom thou hast chosen, a great people that cannot be numbered or counted for multitude. Give thy servant, therefore, an understanding mind to govern thy people, that I may discern between good and evil. For who is able to govern this thy great people?' And it pleased the Lord that Solomon had asked this. And God said to him, 'Because you have asked this and have not asked for yourself long life or riches or the life of your enemies, but have asked for yourself understanding to discern what is right, behold, I now do according to your word. Behold, I give you a wise and discerning mind, so that none like you has been before, and none like you shall arise after you. I give you also what you have not asked, both riches and honor, so that no other king shall compare with you all your days. And if you will walk in my ways, keeping my statutes and my commandments, as your father David walked, then I will lengthen your days.'" Now, look at what's going on here. Solomon is asking for the right thing, and God's saying, "I'm going to give you all the other things that you could have asked for." But Solomon is asking for an ability to discern God's will and also wisdom. And the reason he's asking for this is he recognizes what his calling is. He's the king of Israel. And so he wants the gifts that are going to help him fulfill this calling as the king of Israel. A lot of times people will come to me and they'll talk about, this is going on in my life and so forth. And one of my first questions to them is, have you asked the Lord for the gift of wisdom? Have you asked God for the gift of wisdom and all the struggles that you have in your own life? And I would really, really say, take some time in prayer. Look at what's going on, what your struggles are, where's the difficulty. Take some time and set it aside in prayer and just say, "Lord, just as Solomon asked for a discerning heart and for wisdom to do your will, I ask you to give me that gift as well, so I can do your will." Notice that God gave Solomon all the other things he could have asked for. And when we turn to God and we seek to serve the Lord and we focus especially on fulfilling his will, he does the same with us. He gives us so many other things that we never even wanted. He shows us how much he loves us, but he wants us to recognize what is most important. And so that's the point of this talk, number 37. May God help you to seek first the kingdom of God and to seek first all the qualities and gifts that you need so that you can do his will. Ask for what is most important. Ask for wisdom.